This badge sits on top of something that took months, built almost entirely by hand, in a small town in Italy. This is Maranello, a small town in northern Italy, where nearly every one of these cars has been built since the 1940s. Every curve starts as clay, not metal, shaped by hand long before a single part gets built.
Every shape gets tested here before anything is final. Even a tiny curve can change how the air behaves.
The frame starts as thin sheets of woven carbon, lighter than steel, but strong enough to protect a driver. Dozens of these layers get stacked at precise angles, each one adding strength in a slightly different direction. Heat and pressure bond every layer into one solid piece. What comes out is stronger than most metal alloys.
This single piece will carry the entire car's structure. Everything else gets built directly around it. The engine block starts as molten aluminum, poured by hand, cooling into the rough shape of something that will scream at 9,000 RPM. Every internal surface is cut to a tolerance of microns, close enough that pistons move without ever touching metal. One technician builds each engine completely, start to finish. Their name gets engraved on it when they're done.
Every single bolt is tightened to an exact specification, and nothing here is left to feel or guesswork. Before it goes anywhere near a car, it runs here, proving every number the engineers promised on paper. Someone's entire job here is tuning how the engine sounds, because for this brand, the sound matters almost as much as the speed. This transmission has to shift in a fraction of a second, built with the same precision as the engine beside it.
Every suspension part is weighed before it's approved, when a few extra grams here can change how the car feels. Some panels are still shaped by hand, tap by tap, a skill that takes years to actually master. Painting a single body can take more than a week, layer after layer, each one needing time to cure. Underneath that glossy red sits several separate layers: primer, color, and a clear coat that gives it depth. This exact red has its own name and its own history, matched against the same reference every single time. One tiny imperfection here sends the whole body back, and this finish has to be flawless from every single angle. Only a small fraction of each hide is actually usable. The rest gets rejected for the smallest natural mark. Each seat can take a full day of stitching alone. Every stitch pulled to the exact same careful tension. Almost every color and stitch pattern can be customized, which means no two cars ever leave exactly alike. This is the moment the engine finally meets its chassis, two separate journeys becoming one single machine. Miles of wiring connect every sensor to the car's brain, and one wrong connection here could take hours to trace. Even the tires are developed specifically for this exact car, tuned to match its weight and power precisely. Every panel gap gets measured before the car moves on. Consistency here is what separates this from ordinary cars. Every car gets driven on this track before it ships, a private circuit built specifically for exactly this purpose.
A professional test driver pushes it to its real limits, checking that everything built over these past months actually holds.
After the track, it comes straight back for one more look, when nothing gets approved until every number checks out again.
He's built engines here for almost 20 years now, and still checks his own name on the plate every time.
Somewhere else, someone has been waiting almost a year for a car with their own choices built into every detail.
Months of work now travels the last few miles enclosed, protected the same way for every single customer.
This is the only moment they've been imagining for months. The exact color and stitching they chose, finally real. For the first time, all those precise numbers become a feeling, but the sound the acoustic engineer tuned, now filling the cabin. He'll never meet the person driving that car right now, but somewhere, they're both quietly proud of the same engine. Somewhere in that building, tomorrow's car is already underway. Now you know what actually sits underneath that small badge. So, before you go, how long did you think it actually takes to build one of these?